Spaceman back with another episode of Dungeon Boss. Today we are taking on the Tower of Pwnage. We had a couple comments on some of the videos. People would like to see a summary of the tower run, so I'm bringing it to you. We're going to show some strategy on how I approach a tower and how I equip my teams and so on. So we're looking at first floor. We got looks like a first evolution Chief Nub Nub, the red archer, the Sumi, and the blue stone guy. This is pretty straightforward. It seems like I can take a regular team because these guys are all 3 and 4 star and first ascension. So I'm gonna quit my power team, which is usually what I like to do when I have a pretty good shot at rolling over a team that's the opponent's team and not losing any lives. So I try to keep as many of my guys alive, of course, through the tower. For my third guy, first guy I always take Bovis, second guy I take Sumi, third guy I switch on between the ogre guy and Jabber Clenched Jaw. And then the fourth guy, as long as he has a good chance of staying alive, I like to take Nub Nub, because that allows me to keep maxing out my health for my main my hit squad. This is what I call my hit squad. This is the team that I like to mop up levels that only have a couple guys remaining. Sometimes I'll send them in for battles like this where I can pretty much roll over the opponent. So as you can see, we're off to the start. I got hit for about half health, but I'm going to take all their energy down. Now I'm going to be very careful with how I spend my initial attacks, because I want to save those as much as possible. So this is a relative strategy. I am going to use Nub Nub's Voodoo Chant, just because I want to keep Jabber Clenched Jaw alive. I don't really necessarily recommend that to save one guy, but I will try to get in some regular attacks here so that I can increase my special abilities for when I get to the next levels. So there you go. I gained a couple energy points from the rest of my team. And I'm going to go ahead and bring you every few levels or so this video doesn't get to be about half an hour, and I'll keep you in the loop as I go along. I'm just going to demo my team here for floor 2. Floor 2 has a Black Diamond, Rocky the Shiitake, and Theron. The one I'm worried about here is Black Diamond. And the reason I'm worried about Black Diamond is she has a 6-star level 61. And her first 2 attacks, her first 2 powered attacks, are attack your whole team. And they're usually powerful enough to drop level 60 teammates. So what I like to do is I load up here, I drop all my main team out, and I keep a couple guys low level on purpose, because I like to send them in one by one and let them get dropped by Black Diamond. And I do that because she has multi-hit attack, and that multi-hit attack will take down my whole team, like I said. So I'd rather just sacrifice one guy to take the licking, and I can keep on ticking. So here's a Blade Storm. You'll see, I mean, he is level 1, but you'll see how much damage it does. So 8,000. So there's not many of my characters that would probably survive a 4,000 or 5,000 plus attack. And if they did, they'd be about half health or less, which doesn't do me any good later down the tower. So I'm going to send in my second low level guy, and this should be enough to absorb her first 2 main attacks, and that is the blade attack and then assassinate, which will also take down most of your team if they're around level 60 or so. But here's the assassinate attack, 39,000 damage. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and pause this, and we will come back to you after we advance a few levels. So we are back with level 5 here. As you can see, we made some good progress through the tower, and right now we are facing a Willow Swift, 4-star Rogar, 5-star Life Reaper Braum, and a 3-star Sir William. So none of these guys are really posing too much threat, so I don't have to worry about sacrificing my teammates. This is the team I just used in the last level. I'm going to drop Julius because he has a little bit low HP and defense. I am going to add back Sumi, and I'm going to add the Ogre. So let's get this battle underway. I got Nub there. It's going to take him a few turns to get his energy back for his healing ability, the Voodoo Chant. But I should be able to absorb any damage that the opponent deals out right here and get a little bit of my energy back for Bovis and Sumi at the same time. These guys are level 55 and they aren't max stars, so I'm not too worried about them. And I'm not facing anybody like Bovis that can sap my energy, or Yokozuna that can daze my characters. Cause that is also difficult to battle, is when your characters are dazed and none of their attacks are landing. So here we go. We made short work of Sir William. We're going to take the hit with Doom Blade. My guys seem to be doing okay. Now when it's Nub's turn, I like to try to find guys where I can get a critical on, because one of Nub's passive abilities is healing your guys on a critical. So I like to aim for purple characters or blue characters and sometimes yellow characters. He always doesn't get the hit on green characters or red characters. Sometimes it happens, but it's usually not the majority of the time. So there you go. I have it down to I'm going to lose Sumi. That's not too good. Sometimes when they target one of your characters, you just can't help it. There's really no two ways to get around it. So you're going to end up losing one of them. But now next turn I will have Nub's healing ability. So if I feel like my guys are pretty low on health, I can use that. Right now it looks like they're doing alright. They got about 80% health. So I will take that, and I have Nub's energy attack, the Voodoo Chant, ready to go for the next time I need it. And we are off to the next level of the tower. So I'm going to go ahead and pause it again, and we're going to come back in a few levels and bring some more strategy bits. So we're back here with level 8, and we're facing down a level 55 Igorok, level 55 Sumi, level 55 Pontifex, and 55 Stonefist. And as you work your way up the tower here, you're going to see some the teams get to a little bit harder, and then by floor 11 we're facing 5 and 6 star level 64 guys, and all the way at the top level 64 Chromis. So what I want to do is I want to spread my teams where the matchups are in my favor. So I'm sending nature guys, green guys to face the blue guys. I'm sending red teams to fight the green teams, and I'm sending blue teams to face off against the red teams. There are a few characters that you have that are your tank characters that can absorb a lot of damage. So just to give you an idea where we're at right now, these are my live characters, and those are the ones that have been killed. So I got about 8 guys down, which isn't too bad to be on level 8. And but what I want to show y'all is one of the absorbed tank characters is Sir William. Another one is Leonidas. He seems to take a lot of damage. And another one here is the yellow tank guy. And Pontifex is good because he's got that regenerative resurrection ability, so he can take some good hits, especially when he brings a second form. The Furnace, he's a good guy to take some licks. and exhaust some of your opponent's energy ability. And that's pretty much it. The Ice Sorceress girl, she seems to do okay. She can take some hits and be alright. But let's queue up this next team here. So we're facing off against a mainly blue team. Igorok does have that freeze ability, and Sumi has a multi-hit ability. So I'm going to send in a guy to absorb some hits here first. So I'm going to send in a green guy that isn't too important from upper stages. So I'm actually going to send in two. I'll just send in one green guy, and I'll go. He's going to absorb, hopefully, at least Igorok's attack, if not Sumi's. And then once I get those two special attacks out of the way, I will be able to go in with my mod squad and mop it up pretty easy without getting too many of my characters killed, and go back to business, rocking the tower. So there is the Tower of Pwnage. I was able to resist that, so that's pretty cool. With Zerk, I'm going to get his special ability here rolling, Dragon Punch. I'm going to go ahead and target Igorok. I don't think it really matters at this point. We're just trying to do absorb as many energy attacks from the opponent as I can. So there we go. We got a Chaos Storm out of the way. We got a Tower of Pwnage, and we got a Savage Slash, or whatever Sumi's special ability is. Now I can go with my mod squad since we mopped up most of those special attacks. I'm going to send in Bovis, and I'm going to send in probably Jabber Clenched Jaw, and I'm probably going to send it, well, I would send it Sumi, but he got roasted earlier. Probably send in Julius here, and then Nub Nub, because I believe I do have a voodoo chant queued up for Nub Nub, because I was able to save it from one of my last battles. So this is my mod squad. Sometimes I'll swap out Jabber with the Ogre guy, and usually I have Sumi in here instead of Julius. But unfortunately he made his end because the opponent liked to target him back to back to back, and if the opponent just happens to target the same guy, they're probably going to win out eventually. But here we go. Let's try to get some good licks in here. Pontifex does have this Doom Bolt thing, so I would like to take him out if it's possible. I'm going to lose Jabber there. So let's see if I can't get Pontifex pretty low. Fist of Justice shouldn't really do too much damage because I do have the Nature Green team, and the blue team only has the bonus attack against the red team. As long as they don't come out of the gate with anything too powerful, I should be alright here. The Reflecting Taunt, I'm going to use Stampede to hit all their characters. This should be enough to take out Pontifex. Put some good damage on Stone Fist. Now what I don't like here is Sumi is going to be coming up with the Fear attack. And I'm not going to be able to get to him because I got to deal with this taunt. So I am going to use this Stout team, just so when he does attack with that Fear attack, I can try to resist as much of that damage as possible. I'm going to let him attack first with Spread and Panic before I do any more damage, because as you know, when he gets under 75% health, that's when he starts dishing out some more power. So now I can go back to attacking him, take him out fully, and I will take out Stone Fist next. He's going to have that taunt coming up. And then the last guy I have is Pontifex. So I'm going to take it nice and slow because he's not doing too much damage. I did have that voodoo chant going for my guys. So I'll try to save up some energy for the next levels. And we should be good to go. I will bring you back with maybe level 10 or level 11 right before we fight Chromis. So I wanted to bring you back real quick just for level 10 and 11. I want to give you a little bit of strategy headed up to Chromis. Level 11 is looking pretty formidable. We're facing a 6-star level 64 Black Diamond. That's going to take down a few of my characters. Level 6-star 64 Sumi, 64 Igarashi, and a Matsuda. So that's going to chew through probably a good bit of characters, at least 5 or 6 or so. Floor 10, not as difficult. We're still looking at a level 4 floor star, level 58 Black Diamond, and then Sumi. So I might lose a couple characters there, but I'm really teeing up for floor 11, and I want to maintain enough strong guys so I can take on Chromis, which usually isn't too bad of a proposition as long as you got some kind of healer on your team and some kind of firepower. So we'll select the team here for floor 10, and then we'll come back on floor 11 so you can watch what characters I use as fodder and get ready for Chromis. So fire team is going to do me the best. Anybody that can survive Black Diamond's multi-hit attack. So I'm going to go ahead and send Ignis in first, and then I might send in Pigneus or Squinch just to absorb some damage, and then send in the hit squad for this level, and then get teed up for level 11. I'll be right back. So here we are back at level 11. All we had to do was sacrifice one Ignis, and that was enough to blast through Black Diamond's first couple attacks and get the Voodoo Chain out of the way, and I was able to send in a red team and mop up business. So y'all gonna see me waste a lot of characters right here. We're dealing with the level 64 Black Diamond 6-star, Tsumi, Matsuda, 5-star level 64, and a 5-star Igarashi. So this is gonna be pretty difficult to overcome. That was a team that was a winning team for level 10. I'm gonna drop all those guys out. I'm gonna send in my weak links. So I'm gonna go ahead and send in, I believe that guy's name is Squinch. And he's just going to take one of the hits from Black Diamond, most likely. He might survive, but probably not because she is 6-star high level. So you're going to see him run around here. And I'm just going to hit that little auto attack just to speed things up a little bit. He's going to take a hit by Blade Storm. It did survive one attack. So Matsuda's attack took him out. So there you have it. And we're going to come back, sacrifice another character, try to absorb 2 more attacks. And then I really want to get through one of Igarok's attacks because he has that freeze ability, and I don't want to freeze up all my characters when I'm trying to take him out. So somebody else with high health. Who do we got? I believe that is Dagrin. He is purple, so he's going to be damaged a little bit more because she is a light or yellow character. King York has a decent amount of health. If I had pawn effects, I could send him in. But he is also a purple character. Let's go with another light character. She seems to take it a little bit easier on light characters because they are the same color. Other characters I would have sent in here would be the yellow tank character, but he was taken out in an earlier level. And then Sir William is always a good guy to absorb damage. And then the Furnace, he's always a good guy to absorb damage too. So there we have it. We sucked up another one of her bigger attacks. Now I'm going to try to select a character that can survive at least Igarok's freeze attack. So what I might do actually is I might go ahead and spend all of my quick heroes. Now I hope this has the desired effect because sometimes I send in a bunch of quick heroes and they just survive too much. And then the character builds up his energy again. And then it's just a big rigmarole. So that's a big pain in the butt sometimes, is that you survive too long, and then when you send in your mod squad to mop up business, all the guys have regenerated their energy. So those are the 3 quick heroes I have. I'm going to go ahead and select another one that has a decent amount of health. Maybe I might select Pawnee here. And then go ahead and attack. And see where this gets us. Hopefully I survive at least through most of the most powerful attacks here from the opponents. I want to get Igarok's ice attack out of the way. I want to get Matsuda's other attacks out of the way. And I also want to get at least Sumi's Soul Shred attack out of the way. So there you go. She had another powerful attack back behind her. And there goes two of my guys. I guess it really doesn't matter at this point who I'm attacking. I'm just trying to survive past Soul Shred and past Igorok's ice ability. So there you go. And here goes the ice attack, Polar Pounding. And that's probably enough to take out both my characters. So I did absorb as much as I could. And hopefully I can send in a mod squad and mop up business here. I do want to be careful because I do want to keep a team just in case I get into trouble. This is usually my all-star team. I'm going to go with Bovis. I want to make sure I'm selecting characters that have a decent amount of health in case I do get some attacks out. I'm going to go with Theron. I almost want to send in Augustus. Because he does have a lot of health and defense, and he could absorb attack if I needed to. And the other possibility I could send in is Archangel Emily, just in case one of my characters die unexpectedly. But I kind of like sending in the Sensei dude because he does have a lot of attack, and if he does survive, he will be able to lay out at least one of the characters. And when you start getting up in advanced stages of the tower, really, I mean, you see I got a lot of characters, but you tend up sacrificing a lot of characters just to take out one or two. Because if you can put the chink in the armor of 6-star characters, high levels over 60, that's what you're looking for. So you are going to use a lot of your team, a lot of your characters that are left as fodder, but that's okay because you need to do what you can to knock out some of their big guns. So far it looks like I might get 3 guys to the attack. I'm going to take out, hopefully at least Black Diamond, if not Matsuda too. I'm going to use Feet of Fury. I don't know if this is a good idea, but I'm going to use it on Sumi. And hopefully he doesn't come back. Hopefully that's enough to kill him, and I believe it was. And I'm not going to use Voodoo Chant because I do want to take out Black Diamond. Hopefully this takes out Black Diamond. Alright, so there you go. And hopefully the Igorok doesn't hit me with anything too powerful here. He's going to go with the Reflecting Taunt, which is good. And I love that attack with Sifu. Causes the lightning on a regular attack. That's why I think Sifu is a very, very powerful character, even though he doesn't have high health or high defense. But here we go. I should be able to mop this up. As long as Death Blossom doesn't put me in the hole. It might. Alright, good thing he dodged one of those attacks because it could have hurt him pretty bad. Let's go ahead and knock that out with Purge and Smash. So his taunt was removed. But I'm going to hit him again because he does have that lightning on him. And it should be hurting Matsuda. So my characters are continuing to get that bonus from Voodoo Chant. I have one of Bovis's abilities stored up. I got a healing ability stored up from Sifu. So here we go. Now Matsuda's back to regular attacks. So I can keep attacking with regular attacks, store up my energy abilities, so I can use them next level on Chromis. He does have a high evasion, so that didn't help out too much. But what I like to do after battles, I like to hit that little auto mode just to speed past and get my characters moving. So we are going to pick my team here for Chromis. And I like to send in Bovis. I like Sifu as long as he can survive. He's a little bit lower on health. But we're going to keep rocking the Sifu. And normally I'd send in someone like Tsumi. Augustus alright. Theron I love to battle Chromis with. Igorok's pretty good. You want to have a well-balanced team. You want to send in, a little bit of red, a little bit of blue, a little bit of green, as long as they're powerful characters. because you got to remember Chromus takes on all shapes and all abilities. Only abilities as far as green, red, blue, yellow, and purple. Not abilities as far as, other abilities your characters have. He's limited to shield smash and a couple of abilities like that. But your characters tend to survive as long as they're not half health or less. So I'm worried about Seifu, and I'm worried about the red archer. So I do have to be careful. I am going to hit him with a stampede, just so he doesn't come back with another powerful attack and give me a chance to heal my characters. And I'm going to save up for a voodoo chant here. And hopefully Nub gets a chance to cast his voodoo chant before I get attacked again. Here we go. So I'm going to max out my characters, close to maxing out my characters as far as health goes. I should have some energy abilities stored up here. So remember, anytime he's in his blue form, your green character is going to do the most damage. And anytime he's in his red form, your blue characters, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to keep Seifu's Fate of Fury ability held back for one of his other colors. I'm going to hit him with the Arrow Barrage. And if y'all have played the Tower of Pwnage, I mean, as long as you get to Chromus and you have a few different attack characters and at least maybe one healing character, usually isn't overpowering, because I haven't seen him over 3 stars. Maybe some of y'all have, but I think it's pretty rare to see Chromus over 3 stars, but I could be wrong. So I love taking out one of Chromus's forms with one hit with Lady Nemriel. That attack is just so powerful. But here you go. He's in his yellow form, so I will attack with Seifu's Fate of Fury. This is a very strong attack. It is one of my favorites. It does shock the opponents sometimes, or most times. So it leaves that trail of extra damage, which is always awesome. I love doing that, especially when there's other enemies on the map. That's one of the attacks that helped me with the Lich King, or the Lich Lord, or whatever y'all like to call him. So here we go. This is his final form. I should be able to lay him out here pretty quick, even though I don't have too many of my energy abilities stored up. Got him with another lightning attack. That Tank Hunter attack is so powerful from Lady Nemriel. It's one of my favorites. Favorite of passive abilities that she's got. So here we go. Hit him with another rampage from Seifu. And there you have it. That is the Tower of Pwnage. That is the strategy that I use. As you can see, I had about maybe 50% of my troops left. Maybe 60%. I did have to sacrifice a lot there on level 11. But the loot is definitely worth it. You get diamonds, 300 of the green gems. You get 400,000 or 500,000 gold. You get the trophy points, and you get honor scrolls and stamina. So that is the Tower of Pwnage. I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope y'all learned some. And if you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below. Have a great day, y'all.